Hello, who can hear me? Who can see me? Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me and if you can see me. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me and you can see me. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me and you can see me. Who is excited about class today? Who is excited about what is going to happen today? Right? Who is excited about what is going to happen today? If you don't have, like, if you know you don't have your water, you don't have your snack, you don't have your paper, you don't have your pen, go and grab it now, right? We're going to be doing a lot of learning today, but in the meantime, let me know in the comment section where you're joining this training from. Let me know in the comment section your name, your location, where you're joining this training from. Let me know in the comment section your name and where you're joining this training from. Let's get to meet each other, right? I'm excited. Me too, I'm so excited. I'm pumped up for this training. I've literally been looking forward to this training for a long time, so I'm excited to be here. So let me know your name, the city and the country where you're joining from. Your name and the city where you're joining from. Your name and the city where you're joining from. So while we're doing that, I would start presenting so that we have everything ready. Let me know in the comments where you're joining this training from. Let me know in the comments where you're joining this training from. And if you can see my slide, also let me know in the comment section that you can see my slide. If you can see my slide, let me know in the comment section that you can see my slide. If you can see my slide, let me know in the comment section that you can see my slide. If you can see my slide, let me know in the comment section that you can see my slide. Please, your name. I want us to be able to connect. It's not just about teaching for me, right? Honestly, it's not just about teaching for me, right? It's being able to connect with everyone who is present today. I believe you can see my screen right now, right? We're going to be learning so much today. So you don't want to miss any part of this training for anything, trust me. So today we're going to be looking at how to become a virtual assistant, but I want to know your name. I want to know your country, where you're joining from, like precise location where you are. I'm currently in the US. So you tell me where you are and if you're excited to be here. All right, this is a free training, so grab as much information as you can, just in case we decide to delete this video, if we're going to do that, right? In the coming year, the goal is to be able to make money, but not suffer while trying to make money, right? Nami suffer pass no be guy name, right? Nami suffer pass is not a badge of honor, right? When people see you and you're like, I'm the person who suffers the most, that's not a badge of honor, right? The goal of us being here today is to be able to learn how we can use this skill to be able to make money in the coming year. And the funniest thing is you do not need experience to be here, just in case you're wondering if you need experience. So welcome to our free training. If you stay till the end of this training, I'm also going to be sharing with you a roadmap or a roadmap that you can use to make 1K to 3K in 30 days as a virtual assistant. I'll be sharing that at the end of this training. This is one training that you want to invite all your friends to be part of. So please share this training, like, comments. That helps YouTube to give it more visibility. So please share, please comment, invite a friend, like share the link with your children, let them be part of it, because it's going to be an eye-opener for so many persons. So my first question that I want us to start with is, and I want you to be very engaging, right? That is, you being able to engage would fuel the energy inside of me to want to share more, right? So my question is, if you stay in the same financial path that you are currently, right? If you stay in the same financial path that you are currently, where will you be a year from now? Is that where you want to be? Like where you are currently, if you stay there, right? In the next 1 year, if you look at yourself, is that where you want to be financially? your financial record right now, is that where you want to be this time next year? When you look at yourself this time next year, is that where you want to be? Right? Let me know in the comment section. I want us to really be very, very engaging. Your financial part right now, if you stay where you are currently, is that where you want to be a year from now? Right? I want to say never, no. You guys should not kill me. So if that is not where you want to be, that means you're in the right place at this time, right? All right. So how many of us, it's not enough to say, I don't want to be where I am financially, I want to make money. It's not enough to say all of those things, right? No matter how much money you want to make, are you willing to commit to start making that money, right? Are you willing to push yourself out of your comfort zone to be able to start making that money, right? It's a question you need to be able to ask yourself. Are you willing to push yourself? Are you willing to say, I am pushing myself to be able to do this? If you can't do that, that means there is a problem, right? So let me know, are you willing to push yourself, right? Are you willing to push yourself out of that comfort zone to be able to make the kind of money that you want, right? Are you willing to start earning? Now, the freelance market currently is expected before the end of this year to reach 8 points. As 2025 is ending, right, the freelance market is supposed to hit 8.39 billion. For those of us who are money inclined, you would see the kind of money that we're talking about here. But for those of you who are not money inclined, you might not really understand what this means for you. But if you understand that, you can see, you will be able to see that this is a market that anybody who wants to make money would want to capitalize on and move into at this exact time. Now, the freelance market is the house, just like, you know, where you enter a house, you see different compartments inside. So the freelance market is the house, right? While the virtual assistant industry is a compartment inside the freelance market, right? So according to recent research, the global virtual assistant market is projected to hit 16.1 billion by 2026. Can you see the kind of figure that exists, right? And I'm not telling you what does not exist. I've been in this industry long enough to tell you that this industry holds value for anyone that takes it very serious. So according to recent research, the global virtual assistant market is projected to reach a value of 16.1 billion. So if you're not already seeing yourself, like you're not already seeing future here, I don't know where else you should be seeing future. Now, if you're in an African country, right, and because I'm African, I would always like talk to my people. If you're in an African country now, in all honesty, can your 9 to 5 salary take you home now every month? Even if you're not in an African country and you're joining this video, can your 9 to 5 salary take you home at the end of every month? Can your 9 to 5 salary comfortably take you home at the end of every month? Let me know in the comment section. Can it take you home? Be realistic with yourself. If it can take you home, it's totally fine. But can your 9 to 5 salary take you home? Even if you're not working 9 to 5, let's say you're doing a business, right? And this, your current business right now, are you earning enough to have enough to take care of your responsibilities that come every month, right? Even a week, most of us, our salaries is not enough for a week. Let's say you're not a salary earner, you're not a business owner, right? Let's say you're a student. Your feeding allowance, is it able to support and sustain you like the way it was before? Am I talking to somebody, right? Your allowance, the way it used to sustain you before, can it sustain you now? Your 9 to 5 salary cannot even, most times as the salary is coming, the salary has already finished. It has been budgeted in a way that it is not even enough to even take care of other bills after that week. And if you're doing a business, by the time you do all your calculations, you do all your expenses, you will see that you're barely making profits, right? Are we learning? Are we following me? I want to believe that by now you have invited all your family and friends to come and join this training, right? Because we're going to be shaking the table, right? So the impact of inflation on currency, devaluation, on savings, on earning power is crazy. It is very crazy, right? Dollar has gone. It is currently, let me know in the comments section, depending on where you are, how much is a dollar in your country right now? How much is a dollar in your country right now? I know sometimes you can convert from 1,400 and above, but how much is a dollar currently wherever you're watching this training from? Let me know in the comment section. How much is a dollar wherever you're joining this training from? I want to know, right? That would help us also realize the impact of inflation on your own country's currency, right? Now, this is a virtual assistant training, but it's also very important that I talk about money because you need to understand this thing. Now, my goal at the end of today is to make you realize the power of being a virtual assistant that would not just survive, but one that will become an indispensable asset. I'm going to be handing over to you assets that you need to thrive in this industry, right? I'm going to be handing over that to you. But I want to say something quickly, which is very important. The only limitation to the realization of your dream will be your doubt of today. Many of us doubt our capacity a lot. When somebody comes out and they tell you, oh, I earned $100 per hour, you're in doubt because you believe that this does not exist. But I'm telling you confidently today that it exists. People are making crazy amount of money from this industry, and you cannot be an exception. But how do you get to that point where you begin to make this kind of money? Is when you become an indispensable asset, right? You can't be like everybody in this industry, right? The top 1% of people that make enough in this industry understand this secret I'm sharing with you today. You can, when a client is working with you, they need to see you as an indispensable asset. Do you know when something is an indispensable asset, it means something that they cannot let go. So if you've not gotten to that point where you're not, somebody can easily let you go, that means something is happening. I can confidently tell you that every client I have worked with, every single time we are parting, is always, oh, Chinyere, I don't want you to go. I need you to do this. And most times, even when we part, they end up coming back because I have involved myself. I become an indispensable asset to them. So I want you to open your mouth, open your mind, right? I want you to realize that it is achievable. You can become an indispensable asset. But the thing is, you need to allow your doubts you need to let your doubt out, right? So who here is committed to make their first online income next month, right? Or the coming months? Who here in this call is committed to making their first online income in the next month or in the coming months? Let me know in the comment section. Are you committed? Are you telling yourself that come rain, come sun, I'm going to commit to making my first online income in the coming months? Come rain, come sun. That means whether it is raining or the sun is shining, you must be committed. Do you know what it means to commit to something, right? You're putting yourself at stake that I must succeed in this industry, right? So let me know who here is saying I'm going to commit to making my first income in the coming month. Now, picture where your finance is right now, right? Mentally picture, even if not mentally, you know how much is in your bank account. Funny enough, if you ask me how much is my net worth right now, I can tell you how much my net worth is, right? If you ask me how much is in my bank account, I can tell you how much is in my bank account. So picture where your finance is at right now, right? And honestly, is that where you want it to be? Right? I hope I'm speaking to, even if I don't end up speaking to everybody, I want to be able to speak to at least one person that this training will change their life. Picture where you are currently financially, right? Where your finance, your bank account, all your money is. And honestly, is that where you want to be? Just tell yourself the truth. Is that where you want to be? When you look at yourself, is that how much you want to be making? Is that how much you want to have in your bank account, right? And it's okay to say yes. It's okay to say no, right? 2 years, 3 years ago, I would have said that where I am financially, every day I want more. Of course, we are all Oliver Twist by nature, right? Every day I want more, right? So I can tell you that where I am financially right now is not where I want to be next year, because I want to grow more. I want to make more, and it's possible. So for me, no, my answer is no, right? Where I am financially right now, it's not where I want to be in the coming year. I want to have made more, right? To be able to live the kind of life I want comfortably. So picture your finance right now and tell yourself the honest truth. Where you want to be financially, is that where you are right now? Now, if your finance can speak, if your finance can open its mouth, if your bank account can talk, what kind of story will it tell us? Is it a story of success, struggle, or stagnation? Let me know in the comment section. If your bank account can talk, right? If they open your bank account and it can talk, what kind of story will it tell us? Struggle or stagnation? Let me know. Will it tell us the story of how happy the bank account is, like your bank account is happy that you're the owner, or your bank account will be sad that you're the owner, or your bank account, whenever they see you, will start running, right? Will it tell the story of success? Will it tell the story of deficit? Will it tell the story of struggle? Will it tell the story of stagnation? What kind of story will your finance tell us if we ask it to speak, right? Now, it's very important to call out that many job seekers, right? It's not like there is no job. And I get this all the time. There is job, trust me. There are jobs. There are many reasons why some persons are not getting job. We'll look at some of them today, right? But there are also many reasons that are also in your own hands. There are many people that are not digitally inclined, right? Currently, as I'm speaking to you, there are millions of people leaving school. But one thing the educational system does not do for us is digital skill is missing from our curriculum. Most times you come out of learning, you come out of skill, and you're thrown into the field like an helpless child, right? There is no how, right? You would get, unless it is based on high level of connection, right? You need digital skills to be able to survive and thrive in today's world, right? Employers are now expecting you to be proficient in multiple digital platforms. They expect you to know how to use multiple tools, right? So if you're a job seeker, you're trying to make more online, you need to know how to use tools so that you will not struggle. Without it, you'll be hindered behind. It will be harder for you to secure role. It was before that going to school was enough. Going to school right now is not enough. Going to school is one step. The skills you acquire after going to school is the next layer. So if you have gone to school and you're like, I'm okay, I have done everything I'm supposed to do, I'm sorry to disappoint you. You have not done everything you're supposed to do. All right. So who am I, right? You might be wondering. She has not introduced herself. Who is this lady, right? My name is Chinyere Agbasiere, Ni Agbasiere Udo. You would probably see on my platform that I still go by Chinyere Agbasiere, but my name is Chinyere Ni Agbasiere Udo. I wear many hats, right? I'm currently working as a marketing analyst. So that is why I started by talking about figures, right? You understand your data, it would help you know how to buckle your shoe, how to run your race, and how to get better, right? So I'm a mom of two, a handsome baby boy and a beautiful baby girl. I'm a wife, of course. I'm a teacher. I'm a virtual assistant. I'm a content creator. I'm a coach. Some of you would have seen different shades of me depending on where you joined this training from, right? So I'm excited to teach you today about this field of virtual assistants. I'm excited to walk you, share ideas about this industry with you, and hopefully everything works out for you the way I hope it will. So who is this training for? Anyone who wants to learn in-demand skill, anyone tired of 9 to 5 and wants to like gradually move to working remotely, anyone who wants to diversify their income stream, anyone who is passionate about earning in dollar, anyone who wants to work remotely or on site, right? The skills you gain from this training, you can use it to work remotely, you can use it to work on site. I've had students that say, coach, after this training, I became so good with my office, and people are wondering where I learned from. So the skills you learn here can be used in anywhere you find yourself. It is not just restricted to only remote work. So if you're a student, you're welcome. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you can see that I'm a mom myself. If you're a father, if you're a 9-to-5 worker, I do 9-to-5 too. If you're unemployed, if you're a business owner that wants to learn how to scale up your business with digital tools, if you're a government worker, this training is for you. Now, why should you listen to me, right? I've told you who this training is for. I've shared a little snippet about who I am. But why should you spend the next couple of hours listening to me, talking to you? I have over 5 years of experience of being a virtual assistant. So you're not talking to a newbie, right? Over the past few years, I've dedicated myself to mastering different platforms like Upwork, LinkedIn, how to use it to make money, get clients, and I've seen tangible results, right? I'm not going to be measuring figures here because of safety precautions, right? I've worked with international clients. I've gained invaluable exposure to diverse culture, working ethics, and business practices. I have ongoing involvement in this field. What that means is I'm not coming here to just recite theory for you, right? I'm going to be sharing practical, up-to-date method that have worked for me, and I'm working for other VAs that I've trained and continue to yield results, right? So as a person or as a coach, depending on what you want to call me, you can count on me to provide you first-hand actionable advice on how you can navigate different platforms, how you can attract clients, how you can keep your clients, how you can build lasting relationships with them. I have taught over 2,800 students, right, in the last 1 year and 6 months. So you're not in the wrong place at this hour. Now, what is my story? If I jump to start teaching you and I don't share my story with you, I feel like I'll be missing the core detail that so many persons will get inspiration from. I finished school in 2019, and just like every young Nigerian, I had dreams of, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to start working. But that dream didn't happen the way I wanted. Couple of times that I tried applying for a job, they stated that they wanted somebody they want people who are 18 to 24, maximum of 25. And as at 2029, I was almost 26. What does that mean for you? Or what does that mean for me, or for you even listening to this story? It means that as at that time, I have gradually left the age to get employed if I don't have like any substantial connection, right? I do not have any father in government. The only person I have, of course, is God, who has been my solid help, right? So I started I started thinking, if at this point I cannot get employed, what is my way forward? Most of my mates were leaving, going to start working, and I had to figure out life by myself, right? So I picked interest in social media management then, right? Social media management is a bigger thing now. Then it was not even as big as it was right now, right? So you are in advantage right now as compared to before. So I finished school. I started thinking, okay, what do I want to do next? I decided to start taking training on virtual assistants, right? That training, as I was taking my training, I kept putting myself out there. I kept pushing myself. I kept documenting my story. Then 3 months into learning, and HR reached out to me and they're like, are you open to working as a remote social media manager? And that was how everything opened up for me. Now, my story is one of practice that make progress. When I started, I was not 100% fully a social media manager. And this is me being honest with you, right? Was I learning? Was I becoming better every day? I was learning, I was becoming better every day, but I did not hide myself inside my room. I put myself out there, right? So from while I was working, I started learning other things in my place of work. I learned content creation. When I became a virtual assistant was not a thing. Most of us were working as virtual assistants, but we didn't know that that was what we were even doing, right? And gradually, I started in 2020, I started connecting with clients, I started working with people, and the rest they say is history. So my story is one of practice make progress, right? I did not hide myself inside the room, like I said. I kept practicing every day. Even as I'm speaking to you right now, I have trainings lined up that I'm still taking to become better. Somebody was looking at my CV yesterday, and the man was like, you have worked in different places. That means you're going to be very versatile mentally with school, with skills. And I just smiled. I've actually worked with different businesses across different sectors, right? Doing different things for them. So, and again, it didn't start. So if you're listening to me and you're like, oh, she's so experienced, she's so this, it started with one day. One day that I decided to train myself. One day that I decided to take a training. One day that I decided to push myself and get better. So I kept learning. Even after taking training, I kept learning. I kept improving myself. Then patience and adaptability. Most of us are not patient with our growth, and that's a problem, right? For you to really survive and thrive in this industry, you need to understand patience and adaptability. Patience is you being able to understand that season and time would happen to everybody. Adaptability is you keeping to like learning consistently so that when the opportunity finally comes, you're ready to grab it. Now, the question I will ask you, if the opportunity you're praying for right now comes to you, are you equipped with the right skills to accept it? Let me know in the comment section. If the opportunity you have been praying for right now, that opportunity you've been going after, honestly ask yourself, if this opportunity comes to me right now, do I have the skill to accept it? Do I have the tools to work in this industry that I've been playing for? All right. So here are some of the things my students are saying about me. Kochi, thank you so much for the life-changing training. I got so much value. I am exposed to many things. I must also commend your humility, selfless activities, tolerance, and so on. You're doing well in this industry. Cheers. The other person say, it's been an amazing journey with Coach Chinyere. I have learned a lot. I got value for what I paid for. Thank you for imparting in us. You are the best. God bless you. Thank you so much, Chinyere. You are a born teacher. Your teaching skills are 100%. For a newbie in the virtual assistant field, assimilation of the topic was easy. Thank you for being a true teacher. You poured out yourself completely. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you, ma. There is so much, right? I don't want to also spend time reading testimonials. If you need reviews, testimonials about our training, you would find it on our Instagram handle, right? Our Instagram handle will be pinned, like it will be dropped in the comment section, but you can search for Virtual Assist with Chi. This same title that you see on my YouTube is my Instagram handle. This is my Instagram handle. You can check it out if you need extra reviews to see like what I'm talking about. So this person say, I must say Chinyere is born to teach. Her voice carries hope, encouragement, relentlessness, and determination to succeed even in the face of adversity. The journey so far is inspiring. Each module is filled with different tools that say, do not rest on your oaks. Yesterday tools are not sufficient for a virtual assistant. Wake up. The journey is still far. Thank goodness for the coach who knows her honors. She starts the class with her selected preaching of not giving up. This alone revives a failing heart. Let me hang up on this epistle for now. So there's a lot, right? So let's get into the gist of today. What will be covered in today's training? I'm going to be explaining to you in simple terms who a virtual assistant is. I'm going to be sharing with you skills and tools that you need in this industry. I'm going to be sharing with you reason why there is profit in this industry. I'm going to be sharing with you how you can start. I'm going to also be sharing with you profitable niches that you can dive into. I'm also going to be sharing with you why most virtual assistants do not earn or land clients. We're going to talk about problems many VA face and how you can solve them. And at the end of it, before we move into QA, if you're still here, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can make 1K to 3K monthly consistently as a virtual assistant. Let me know in the comment section if I should ride on. If you're still with me, should I ride on? Drop a fire emoji if you want me to. Drop a love emoji, fire emoji, love. Like this video, comment, share. Just invite somebody to come and be part of what we're about to learn today. All right. So let's look at the overview of the virtual assistant industry, right? Who is a VA? Many of us hear virtual assistant, VA, and you're confused, right? But I'm going to explain it to you like a baby so that you understand it, right? In simple term, and I'm sure that nobody would have explained virtual assistant to you like this, right? In simple term, a virtual assistant with the acronym VA is someone who helps people. Now, these people can be individuals, it can be business owners. Now, what are you helping them to do? You're helping them with different tasks remotely, right? You can be working from your home or from anywhere, right? Usually from your computer, your tablet, your phone, and with an internet, right? Now, VAs or virtual assistants, they perform different duties, and I'm going to be listing them in more details as we talk, right? These details range across helping them to manage their email, scheduling their calendar, doing administrative work for them, even creating content, creating documents, presentation, handling their social media, and so many more. We're going to go into details, don't worry. Now, I want you to think of a virtual assistant as someone who performs or who provides support from a distance, right? The way I am right now, and I'm working with a client who is like in Saudi Arabia, right? Let's say I'm in Nigeria and I'm working with somebody in Saudi Arabia. I'm providing support from a distance, right? Some remote, some of the skills, again, like I said, you can use it to work like in your office and all of that. But as a virtual assistant, you're an independent contractor. What it means is that you can work with multiple people at the same time, right? So your question might be, oh, can I work with 2 persons at the same time? Can I work with 3 persons? Can I work with 5, 10 persons? If your capacity can carry it, if your strength can carry you to work with 5, 10 people, then by all means you can. But if your strength cannot carry you to work with 5, 10 people, that means you will not be able to do that. Now, so think of virtual assistant as somebody who works independently. You can be part of a team, right? Some virtual assistants work and they are part of a bigger team, right? Your goal is to assist the individual you're working with, or the business you're working with, or the brand you're working with, or the firm you're working with. Your goal is to assist them to get things done efficiently without being physically present in the same location. So what this means is, as a virtual assistant, you don't need to be in the same location with your clients or with whoever you're working with to be able to deliver your tasks for you. That is where the flexibility of remote work comes in, right? So it is more of you using your skills, your expertise to assist whoever that has hired you to lighten their workload, right? So when you're creating content for them, you're lightening their workload. I'm a virtual assistant, but I have other virtual assistants that work under me, right? What they are doing for me is to lighten my workload, maybe help me post content, help me reply to my clients and all of those things, right? So your goal is to relieve whoever, depending on your skill capacity, right? Depending on the range of skills that you have, your goal is to use it to relieve. Now, let me know in the comment section, because I really want you to understand who a VA is. If you don't understand who a VA is, every other thing we're going to be talking here will be more like a story to you. So let me know in the comment section, right? Do you understand in simple terms who a VA is? Let me know in the comment section. Will you understand in simple terms? Do you understand in simple terms who a virtual assistant is? Right? Let me know in the comment section. I want to be sure that you understand it. Now let's go to the next one. What are the tasks or jobs that you can do as a virtual assistant? I will tell you for sure that there are 101 million tasks that you can do. As long as you can do it remotely, right? As long as it's something you can do remotely, right? You can work as a virtual assistant in that capacity, right? I have a couple here that I'm going to share with you, but it might not be all. So if you don't see the one that you feel like, oh, you want to do, it does not mean that you cannot do it. It means that it's not part of this list that I've shared. But there are so many things you can do as a virtual assistant, right? You can do scheduling. You can do travel planner. You can become a customer support rep. You can do email and inbox management. You can do research and presentation. You can do file organization and storage. You can do bookkeeping. You can do social media management in this field. You can decide to focus on the digital marketing aspect. Okay, somebody says zoom in, so I'm just going to zoom in a little. So you can decide to do the digital marketing aspect. You can decide to focus on lead generation. There is SEO. There is content writing, right? Now, let's continue. There's also media buying. There is graphic design. There's video editing. There's web development. There's data entry. There's administrative assistance. That's not all. We have project management. We have transcription. We have sales follow-up. We have inventory management. We have cold calling. We have telemarketing. That is still not all. We have order processing. We have competitor analysis. We have CRM management. We have data management. We have recruitment, which is HR. We have process documentation. We have business development, right? Now, this, like I said, is not all. You can do so much more in this field, right? Now, aside from telling you what you can do, your question might be, she has told us what we can do. Who then can we work for? This is where I'm going to shock you. You can work with small business owners, right? The type of tasks you will do for them: general administrative support, email management, scheduling, customer support, bookkeeping, and data entry. Small business owners, they need virtual assistants a lot because they have limited, like most of them are either doing other businesses, so they always need support and they are always outsourcing. You can work with entrepreneurs and solopreneurs, like you do project management for them. You can do social media management for them. You can do content creation. You can become their marketing support. You can do lead generation, right? Now, you can also work with startups, people who are just starting up their company, right? You're doing tasks like market research, customer support. You are doing website updates, digital marketing. You can do outreach campaign. Now, if you're very attentive, you will also be noticing that I am mentioning different tasks you can also do as a virtual assistant that is not on top of the ones that I listed to you, right? I need us to be very attentive and catch information. Now, you can also work with e-commerce businesses. You're doing product listing for them. You're doing product management. You're doing inventory update. You're doing order processing. You're doing customer services. You're handling return. That is still not all. You can also work with real estate agents. You're scheduling properties. You're showing properties. You're doing client communication. You're updating product listing. You're maintaining their database, and you're following up with their clients, right? You can do so much more for this business, but because of time, I'm trying to just hit precisely. You can work with coaches and consultants, right? You can do appointment scheduling for them, client onboarding, presentation. You can do meeting preparation for them. You can be the one to manage their email newsletter. You can do social media engagement, community engagement for them, right? Now, that is not all. You can work with bloggers and influencers, right? You can create content planning, social media scheduling. You're responding to their comments. You're doing email management, and you're doing partnership outreach. You can also work with corporate executives. That's these people who work 9 to 5, like the big ogas, right? And other like managers and all of that. They are corporate executives, right? You can do calendar management for them. You can do travel arrangement. You can do report preparation. You can do research. You can do minutes taking during their virtual meetings. You can manage their social media handle because most of them are usually busy, but they want to also have a social media presence, right? That is not all. You can work in non-profit organization. You can do donor communication, event coordination. You can do data entry, fundraising, campaign support. You can do social media updates, right? Are you beginning to see that there is a lot of people you can work with? So if you have that mindset of, if I finish learning, what will I do with it? It is because you're not searching enough. There are 1 million of these people out there that you can offer your services to if you know how to package yourself. Now, you can also work with authors and writers, right? You're doing research for them. You even grad students, you can do research for them. You can do proofreading. You can do email management. You can do marketing support. You can do coordinating. You can help them coordinate with editors and publishers. Make I continue? You can be a healthcare VA, right? That is also an industry, a very big industry at that, right? Make I continue? Let me know in the comments. Should I continue? Even with AI right now, you can be an AI virtual assistant. With AI currently, you can be an AI virtual assistant. You do things like you can generate AI videos, you can generate AI pictures, you can generate AI music, you can do crazy stuff. See, the best time to be born, right? The best time to be looking for how to make money is actually now. The best time, and I tell you confidently, the best time to be learning how to make money is right now, right? All right. You can also be in the health and wellness profession. You're scheduling appointments, you're managing patients, you're doing client intake, you're doing email follow-ups, and you're doing social media updates, right? This is a whole lot of industry, right? This is a whole lot of industry. This is a whole lot of industry for you to sleep on, right? You don't want to sleep on this industry, trust me, right? So that is not all though. We just listed a couple. Let's continue. You can work with podcasts, right? You're helping them to do guest outreach. You're helping them to do episode scheduling, show notes preparation, social media promotion, and you're also like a listener. You're doing their listener engagements, right? You can work with online course creators, people like that create content, people that create courses. You help them to do their course content formatting. You're helping them with marketing support, student inquiry. You're helping them with feedback collection, and you're helping them with email campaign. That is still not all. You can work with tech companies. You're doing customer support for them, technical documentation, data analysis. You can work as a marketing analyst. You can work as a project manager. You can do basic IT support. You can work with legal professionals, document preparation, client intake. You can do research. You can do file management. There is a lot you can do even as a legal VA, right? You can work with event planners and coordinators, right? You're doing event research. You're doing vendor communication. Your RSVP tracking, travel arrangements, and promotional tax, right? That is not all. We have financial advisors and accountants. You can work with them. You're doing data entry for them. You're scheduling their clients meeting. You're organizing their financial documents. You're doing client follow-up. You're doing bookkeeping support. I said I am all out to show you what you cannot see in the industry. You can work with travel agency. You can do itinerary planning, booking accommodation, customer inquiry, and creating travel guides. You can work with HR and recruitment firm, right? You're doing candidate sourcing for them. You're scheduling interview. You're doing pre-screening resume. You're managing job posting, and you're onboarding new people for them. You can work with arts and creative professionals. You're managing their online portfolio. You're coordinating their exhibitions. You're doing their email management, their social media updates, and their client communication. You can see that there is a lot. So unless you're lazy, right, and you are not like, you don't want to push yourself, there is literally a lot of people you can work with. You can work with educational institutes. You can help them with managing their student record. You can help them with organizing virtual events. You can help them with handling inquiry, and you can assist with like publishing their online courses, right? You can work with fitness coaches and gym, right? You're doing appointment scheduling for them. You're doing social media marketing. You're tracking their clients' progress. You can work with real estate investors. You're doing property research, data analysis, tenant screening, scheduling property visits. You're coordinating with other property managers. I hope you are with me. You can work with professional speakers and public figures. You're booking speaking engagement for them. You're handling their PR outreach. You're doing email management, and you're managing their social media presence. You can work with tech startup and SaaS company, customer onboarding, technical documentation, user feedback collection, and support tickets. You can work with financial, like fintech startup. Again, you're handling users' inquiry, you're doing data input, you're like a marketing assistant. You can work with language tutor and online teachers. You're scheduling their lessons for them, you're managing their student records, you're helping them with lesson planning, you're responding to their inquiries. You can also work like in the crowdfunding, like the NGO sector, like you're doing campaign research, you're communicating with donors, you're doing social media outreach, and you're updating and you're doing like updates for them. Then you can work in healthcare, like in the telemedicine, like appointment reminders for patients, patient communication, billing support, and maintaining patient record. And I can go on and on and on and on, right? The industry is vast. And no matter your level of education, you can scale through in this industry. And I'm telling you this for free. No matter your level of education, you can scale through in this industry. The scope of potential clients for virtual assistants is also very vast, right? The people you can work with is also very vast, right? And it's continually expanding, right? Many industries are needing remote virtual assistant, people who have remote skills, people who have digital skills, people who specialize in certain industries or services that can help them achieve the goals that they cannot do for themselves. All right. How do you start if you want to become a virtual assistant, right? You might be surprised I did not jump into tools and all of those things, right? I'm big on mindset. I feel like if your mindset can be corrected, right, you can do so much more for yourself. Let me know in the comment section. Are you enjoying this training? Should I ride on? Let me know in the comment section. Are you enjoying this training? Has it been worth your time so far? Let me know in the comment section. Should I ride on? Now, how do you start as a virtual assistant if you want to start, right? There are 3 things I want you to consider before you start, right? First, consider the right training, right? Formal training, self-directed training, practical training, right? This could be you taking the courses, bringing in your knowledge that you have gained, or just you learning, right? You helping yourself personally, because it's not enough to buy a course. It's not enough to go to school and graduate. Like we said, you need to put in the effort to also teach yourself, right? Now, practical experience, you trying to keep your hand busy practicing what you have learned, right? That is the first thing that you need, right? So I have this framework that is called the 3R, right? And inside this framework, the first R is the right training. Now, the second R is the right skill. It's not enough to have the right training. If you lack the right skill, my dear, you would not go far in this industry. Now, that right skill is what will help you understand and be able to fulfill the need of your clients. So for you to have the right skill, You need the necessary technical skills and soft skills. You need that ability to approach and resolve issues creatively, which so many persons lack. Now, the third R in my framework is the right mindset, right? When you have the right training, you have the right skill set, you need the right mindset to be able to scale. That mindset is I am not giving up mindset, the proactiveness mindset, your resilience mindset, your adaptability mindset, and your confidence mindset, right? If you have the mindset of confidence, you would go far because you feel like I can do it, right? Most persons lack that I can do it mindset, right? So this 3R is what I call my 3R framework. You need the right training, the right skill, and the right mindset. If you're feeling right now, oh, I think I have the right mindset, but I lack the right training and the right skill, don't worry, I still got you covered as we proceed in this training, right? Now that we have talked about the 3R, how do you start as a virtual assistant, right? And these are things that I help my students do, but for the sake of this training, I'm going to be sharing them with you. First, you need to identify your skill. What are the skills that you have? Skills in communication, organizing. Do you have skill in writing? What are the skills that you have? Write them down. This is highlight the things that you're very good at and you enjoy doing. Now, when you identify the skills that you need, remember we talked about the right training, right? Before you get to identifying the skills that you have, you must have had the right training. You must have taken the right training that would have honed on these skills for you. Then research the market. What are services that are in demand, right? Now, we're still going to talk about niching. A lot of people might be like, Coach, what about if I should niche and all of those things? Are you pursuing niching where you have not even gotten a client, right? And I'm not here to come and give you or to make you love me. I'm going to tell you the truth as it is. As a beginner, as you're starting this industry, keep niche at the back, at your back, right? You can't be talking about niche when you've not even worked for one person. So I would say research the market. What are in-demand skills? Explore job boards, freelancing websites, social media groups. Understand what is in need. What are people in need of? What do businesses need? What do individuals need help with? Now, remember that before you get to this point, you already have the right training. You want to start making money out of this, right? Now, create your service. Identify the services that you can offer. What service can you offer? What service can you use your skill to offer? It could be email management. It could be content creation. It could be social media management. It could be data entry. List them. Now, network and market yourself. Now, somebody might ask me, what about for introverts? And I will tell you that when I say network and market yourself, it's not you standing in Ochanja market or you going to stand in Oshodi market or the biggest market in your country, right? It is you also creating a good CV for yourself, because your CV is a way of marketing yourself. If your CV is rubbish, who will follow you, right? Who will want to employ you? So when I say network and market yourself, I mean it in all literally forms. Connect with potential clients who are in your field. Connect with other virtual assistants through social media, through forums, go to networking events, create a good CV. That is how you can, in a full form, network and market yourself. Imagine if you go for an event and somebody say, can I have your CV? And your CV looks like CV of somebody in primary 1 or in grade 1. Right? You will lose the connection, right? I don't even want to get started with how people do not know how to write CV. Maybe in subsequent training, I can teach you guys how to write your CV, right? Things you should consider when you want to write your CV, right? So please, if you're not following me on Facebook, follow us on our Facebook group, Follow us on our Instagram. We also have like a Telegram channel that you can be part of so that you gain all of this knowledge, right? So, but that's that. The link of our social media handle will be shared here so that you can follow us, right? So network and market yourself. But you can simply search for me on Instagram with Virtual Assist with Chi. Now, start small and gain experience. Most times, most of us wants to start from the top, right? But there's a reason why a ladder has the first step, the second step, and it keeps proceeding to the up. Why? Start small. Don't be that person who say, oh, I feel like Coach Chi has made it. It's no longer my time. That's rubbish. Do you know when I started? There is no better time to start than now that you're starting. In case you're wondering, you're starting late. We're still going to talk about that, right? Start small and gain experience. Begin with smaller projects. Build your portfolio. Gain experience. I'm sorry to say, but many of the trainings that most of you take, they don't help you. They don't give you, they don't position you to become virtual assistant. They just teach you guys, but they don't help you, right? So, which is one thing that I love about our training, that we literally give assignments so that people will know how to build their portfolio. People will know how to gain experience. So as you get more comfortable, then you can begin to take bigger tasks. You can begin to take bigger tasks as you get more comfortable. So again, continuous learning and improvements. Like I said, if you were listening to me when I started, I told you that I am still learning. Why am I still learning? In your mind, are you not seeing that, oh, this person has it all figured out? Why is she learning? So that I cannot be outdated from the market. That is why I'm still learning. I'm still learning because I want to stay relevant every day. So continuous learning and improvements. So even after you have taken a training and you see a better one, take it to get better. Every single training that I take as a person, I believe that there is something I must learn from that training, even if it's just one takeaway. Let's say the way I am developed right now, I still go and take training from other coaches. Why? Because I want to learn from their wealth of knowledge. There is something about them that is making them succeed. So I will pay and learn from them. So stay updated on industry trends and new tools. Adapt and refine your service based on demand as you continue to grow. Now, what are the skills that you need and the tools that you need? This is in two parts, right? There are basic skills that everybody needs to strive as a virtual assistant. I call it basic skill. That means for you to say, I want to start looking for a job, you must know how to use these skills. There are more skills, of course, right? But there are basics, right? Take, for instance, when you have a child, right? Or let's even say your siblings, there are certain things you might not want them to start doing, right? Because you'll be like, this is where you're going to start. Let's say your child comes to you and they say that they want to write Z and they've not learned how to write A. Maybe you would direct them to go and start learning how to write A before they start writing Z, right? So these are the skills, the basic that you need. But of course, there are more to learn. You need communication skill, like excellent written and verbal communication for interacting with people. And I say it, pidgin no dey work for here. Pidgin, Ghana pidgin, Nigerian pidgin, Cameroon pidgin, it does not work here. You need to be able to speak clearly, have good command of writing, and be able to like interact with your client, because you're going to be working with people. You're not going to be working with a tree. Time management is another skill that you need. The ability to handle multiple tasks at the same time and complete them within a timeline that nobody is going to be chasing you around. Now we have technical proficiency, basic knowledge of tools like Microsoft Office, Google Workspace, and other industry-specific tools that you need to know how to use. Then we have adaptability. Adaptability is just that your readiness to learn, right? Adapt to new tools, technology, as per your client's request. I tell my students all the time, if your client asks you, can you do this? The answer is not no, right? You can say, oh, I might not be able to, can you give me a moment to look through? No, it's not an answer in this industry, because if the person can replace you, you have gone out of job. So that is why most times I have a lot of skills in me. When my client tells me, oh, this is what I want us to do, I have gone to start learning about that too. I don't want to be caught off guard, right? Then attention to details. Many of us are not meticulous, right? For you to thrive and survive and make money out of this industry, you need to be meticulous. You need to be accurate in data. You need to know how to pick out. You need to pay attention to detail. It is very, very important. Now, what are the tools that you need? You need to know or understand how to use project management tools. We have a couple like Asana, we have Trello, we have Monday.com. You need to be able to manage tasks. You need to be able to manage collaborations. You need to be able to manage deadlines. You need to also know how to use communication tools like Slack, Team. You need to know how to use Zoom. You need to know how to use Google Meet, depending on the platform that your client is using. You need to know how to use file sharing and storage, right? How to utilize Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive for sharing and storing information securely. Then you need to know how to use calendar and scheduling tools like Google Calendar, Calendarly, and many appointment and scheduling tools efficiently. You also need to know how to use email management tools, platforms like Gmail, Outlook, and other email platforms that your clients maybe is using, right? Like I said, these are basics, right? Before you say, I am ready, you must know how to use these basics. Of course, a training is supposed to expose you to much more, right? But this is the basics that you need to know how to use. Now, some profitable niches that you can decide to go into, we have real estate, we have e-commerce, we have social media, we have administrative support, we have bookkeeping and accounting assistants, we have travel assistants, we have health and wellness, we have graphic design support, right? AI is also another profitable niche, right? There are much more. Again, I'm trying to also understand that most of us we are working with time. So I might not be able to list 100, but I give all of those profitable niches to my students during training. Now, why is there profit in this industry? Or why is she telling me to become a virtual assistant? Or why should I become a virtual assistant? The best time to do anything is when it is on trend, right? The trajectory that we have right now is remote work. That is what is leading. So the best time, there is increasing trend of people wanting to work from home. Companies are adapting to people working from home. Like many businesses, entrepreneurs, professionals, they are seeking remote support, right? Because it's even expensive to have people, all your workers who work in the office is expensive. Now, it is a cost-effective solution. Why? Hiring a virtual assistant is often more cost-effective than hiring people in the office. And I would explain. When a company hires you or somebody hire you strictly for office, most times you're doing one task for them. Let's say they hire you for social media. Most times you're just strictly doing social media for them. But when you work as a virtual assistant, right, you have multiple skills. So what that means is you're saving not just office space for the company, you're saving the company from equipment, then like also benefits, and you're helping them do much more, right? Virtual assistant is also a flexible and a scalable field, right? You can tailor your services to fit the need of different clients and work with multiple people at the same time. Now, we also have increased entrepreneurship. Because of the rise of new businesses, new companies, people are becoming CEOs, people are going out there to make their own mark for themselves. The VA service is booming. Why? Because you can handle different tasks that they cannot do for themselves. Should I continue? Let me know in the comment section. Are you learning? What are you learning? Are you actually learning from this training? Let me know in the comment section. Are you learning, right? Let me know. Should I write on? Should I write on? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. All right, let's continue. So why do most virtual assistants, why is it that maybe you've heard stories of virtual assistants who are not earning, who have not landed clients, and you're like, is this the norm in the industry? And I'm going to tell you for free that that is not the norm, right? There are many reasons people have not landed clients. And I said it's not enough to take training. You can take a training and not implement what you have taken. You can take a training and give up after taking the training. It's not, unless the person did not teach you very well. And because I'm also a coach, I'm being very honest, right? You can take a training and not do anything and feel like manna will come from heaven, but that is not it. But there are also other reasons we're going to look at, right? Now, some persons set their rates too high or too low without considering the value that they provide. Now, before you decide to set your rates, you need to ask yourself honestly, what value do I provide to these clients that will make them pay me this much, right? This year that we're going into, my hourly rate is moving from $30, it is moving to $40 to $50 per hour, right? It's not everybody that can hire me. The people who need my service to be able to hire me. Now, before I place such high value on myself, what do I need to ask myself? The skill set that I have right now, right? The skill set that I have right now, can a client comfortably pay me this amount? And the answer is yes. A client can comfortably, because I have developed myself in many ways, right? So many people start this industry, they want to start flying before crawling, right? So, number two, so many persons have vague or unclear description of the services that they offer, and this end up confusing their clients. Now, I'm going to share these techniques with you for free, right? When you want to offer a service, offer services that are intertwined. As a VA, offer services that are intertwined. You cannot jump from Lagos and jump to Canada. What that means is you cannot be scattered. If you're scattered, it might be hard for your clients to know what you actually do. So this is the secret I share with my students, and I'm sharing it with you for free. When you need to set up your services, set up services that are intertwined. Example can be, you're a social media manager, right? Now, a social media manager can be a content creator, right? A content creator or a social media manager can become a content writer. Are you seeing how one skill has broadened out to 3 places? Now, a content writer can, of course, because they are good with content writing, they'll be good with spoken English, they can do community management. Can you see how, if I want to become a social media manager right now, I have chosen 4 industries that intertwine. Now, if I'm presenting my description of services that I offer to my clients, it is very clear what they can consult me to do for them and what I can comfortably do for them. I am not scattered. Now, the third one is many of you lack portfolio or experience. And I said it when we were talking about like how to start, right? I said start small. Put your hand to work, right? This is the major reason why many people don't get clients. When somebody reach out to you and be like, I want to hire you, can you share with me what you have done? And you have nothing to show. How would they be able to hire you? How would a client hire you if you have nothing to show? Is a question I'm asking you. Would they be able to hire you? The answer is no. Now, some people rely only on Upwork. Is Upwork the only platform to find clients? There are a lot of ways to find clients. Facebook group is there. I'm just going to give a list. A few. I have a couple of places I always teach my students to look. You can use Facebook groups. You can do Instagram DMs. It's just that most of you do not know where to look. All right, let's continue. Now, some people just simply list their skills without demonstrating how these skills add value to the client's business. You're telling me you want to learn, you're telling me you want to, like, somebody is asking you, what can you do, right? And you're only listing skills for them. Tie those skills back to what you can do for them, right? Somebody is employing you to be a social media manager. Tie that your skill. Tell them how you've been able to support other businesses and possibly show them proof. Now, not investing in your personal and professional development, right? Again, I think I've said this. You must be able to develop yourself more than even after taking training. You must be able to sow in yourself, like even take personal and professional training. Now, most people operate without a clear business strategy or plan. The VA industry is a business. If you don't know that today. It's a business you're going into. So you need to have a clear business strategy and plan to operate. Then focus solely on task completion without building client support. Your goal, most people just focus on, oh, she has given me a task, I want to complete it, and you're not building any relationship with the person that you're working with. For you to stay in the industry over time, you need to build strong relationships. Now, what are common challenges that many persons face as virtual assistants? They face the challenge of finding clients. They don't know how to choose what service to offer. They cannot write proposal, cover letter, etc. They don't understand their client's need. So many people overcommit or undercommit. So many people don't know how to set clear boundaries as they work in this industry. Now, so many people have difficulty in negotiating fair compensation for themselves. You don't know how to negotiate, like how much you want to be paid. So many people are struggling to establish clear boundaries between their work and their personal life. So many persons struggle with feeling inadequate, like they feel, imposter syndrome. Most persons suffer from it in this industry. They feel like they are not good enough, right? Some persons struggle with dealing with demanding or difficult clients. Not every client is sweet. Some of them are very demanding and they're very difficult to work with. Some persons have problems of navigating agreements or contract. Some persons have difficulty in juggling multiple projects at the same time. These are all struggles that many virtual assistants face. Now, that's not all. Some people struggle with building trust and credibility. Some persons struggle with consistent income. They don't know how to diversify what they know to make more money out of it. Some people struggle with marketing themselves. Some people struggle with building their portfolio. Some people struggle with handling rejections and setbacks. Some people struggle with lack of support. Some people struggle with imposter syndrome. Now, I want to say this before we proceed. The virtual assistant industry is gender neutral. I've had a lot of people over time that will be like, is this a women industry? The answer is no. This is not a women industry. This is an industry that anybody can be in, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're a boy, whether you're a girl, anywhere, right? This is an industry that anybody can be in. Anybody can be a virtual assistant. It is not one gender that owns virtual assistants. Now, what is the relevance of the virtual assistant industry in today's remote work? Increased productivity and focus, adaptability across different industry, improve customer experience, ease of scaling operation. You're helping businesses to scale, you're supporting businesses to grow, you're helping them with building reputation, you're helping them to improve their productivity. You're like a key player in helping many businesses thrive and succeed, right? You're enhancing focus and core business objective for them, operational continuity. So many businesses would have given up today if not because they have virtual assistants to support them. You're also helping businesses to reduce burnt out, right? You're helping them to reduce burnt out and create a more healthier environment for them, right? Most CEOs can now focus on making money, developing their business, while you're helping them take care of other tasks. Now, what is the future prospect for the VA industry? The VA industry will continue to grow. So I'm sorry for those that say, oh, it is a saturated, the industry is not saturated. The industry has not even started. If the mindset you have is that of saturation, I am sorry for you, right? The industry will continue to grow. In the next 3 or 4 years, we'll still be talking about it. So whether you join the industry now or you wait for the next 3 years, you will still be saying the same thing, why the industry keeps growing, right? So there'll be a lot of outsourcing. People will keep outsourcing their tasks, right? There is a rising trend of entrepreneurship. Small businesses are coming up. There'll be demand for virtual assistants to handle day-to-day operations, right? Now, this industry is also a dynamic and promising career. The VA industry is a career path that you can choose to be. I tell people that that is my retirement plan, right? Gain as much skills as possible. That I work 9 to 5. I still have clients that I work with as a VA. That's to tell you that you can do both, right? Now, there is also like work flexibility and more opportunities that would come up if you know how to tailor your services to the need of your clients, right? And it's a reliable career choice for those who want to learn the right skill, who have the right skill and a desire for remote work, right? So there is so much more you can do. You can use your skills in different fields, like, and support different people that I have listed above. Businesses are beginning to depend on virtual assistant now more than ever. So you're going to help business manage, help with marketing, handle communication, help with logistics. There is I can't get over telling you that there is a growing need and demand in this field. Now, what I tell people every time is the next best time for you to become a virtual assistant, the next best time for you to learn the skills, all the skills I listed, the basic skills that I listed, and ones that you can learn is now, not tomorrow. The best time for you to learn it, or the best time for you to push yourself to begin to learn it, is now. The best time is today, not yesterday. So the best time to start anything again that you want to do is now, right? So before we get to the Q&A section, where do we go from here, right? You might be asking, today, let's say you've learned a lot, you've seen the dynamics of this industry. Where do you go from here? These are some job offers from some of my students. I'm not going to go into reading job offers for you. Again, you can check all of this out. Like, there are testimonials everywhere. You can check it out on Instagram if you need all of this, right? These are like job offers. We have a paid training where you can learn all the skills you need to become a virtual assistant and get all the support you need to thrive in this industry. Like, what are you going to be learning in this training? This training is going to be helping you with skill development, right? You're going to get professional confidence, right? The training will equip you with the necessary skills that you need to thrive as a virtual assistant, from like mastering administrative tasks, becoming proficient in digital tools and softwares, and you gain practical knowledge. When I mean practical knowledge, I'm literally going to be holding you practically. It's a live training, right? It's not a recorded training. It's a live training. Then you're going to improve on your professional confidence. You're going to gain the confidence to manage your clients, handle complex tasks, communicate effectively. Like, you would gain that hands-on. You're also going to have income opportunity. Again, when I introduce myself, you'll be like, she is diversified. I have learned how to diversify my income in different ways. And most times I just share some of these things while I teach my students. And of course, you would see firsthand when we are in class, right? Time management and productivity. I am a mom. I work 9 to 5. So you would know that I'm able to manage my time and I'm still productive. I'm a content creator, right? I do a whole lot of things every single day and I'm able to manage my time and still, I even currently have a newborn, right? So you can tell me time management like the way I would teach you time management, right? So we're going to be looking at, in this training, we're also going to cover job search and application mastery. You're going to have like exclusive access to resources, templates that are like templates, checklists, and other resources designed specifically for virtual assistant. And it's a long-term career growth. Like, the training is not just about you getting started, it's about you setting up, or you learning how to set you up for long-time success. Now, I'm going to quickly share with you what you're going to learn in this training. First, our first module is always about mindset. We're going to look at who a virtual assistant is, break it down smaller so that it's easy for you to understand. We're going to look at mindset shift. We're going to debunk myths. We're going to look at the actual truths, who a VA is, an administrative assistant, what you can do as a VA, type of VAs that you can become, benefits of being a virtual assistant. We're going to look at IT services. We're also going to go into the nitty-gritty of learning about office tools. You're going to learn about Google Workspace, Google Drive, Calendar, all the tools, the apps that Google use. You're going to learn Outlook. You're going to learn OneDrive. You're going to learn Dropbox. Now, we're also going to move into communication. Under Module 3, we're going to be looking at communication and collaboration tools. Like, we're going to be learning communication tools that you can use, collaboration tools that you can use. We're going to be looking at project management tools like Trello, Notion, Asana, and the likes. We're going to be looking at how to communicate effectively. Then we're going to be looking at how to set up as a virtual assistant, how to choose your niche as a virtual assistant, soft skills that you need, how you can increase your client's need, how you can assess your client's need. And if you're asking about price, please just be patient. Let's talk about the modules first, right? You need to know what you're paying for, or you need to know what you're subscribing to. As much as I want you to be my students, I also want you to know that you're going to get value, and that value is what we are talking about right now, right? So we're going to learn about technical support skills, non-technical support skills, and I'm going to teach you how to build your portfolio from scratch, right? We're going to learn about social media management. You're going to learn how to set up social media profile using your own LinkedIn. I'm going to teach you how to optimize your LinkedIn, how to market and promote yourself. If there's anything that has helped me in this industry, is being able to market and promote myself properly. I'm going to teach you how to promote your services to potential clients. That's not all. In Module 6, we're going to talk about, we'll now start looking into specific details of different services you can offer as a virtual assistant. I'll be teaching you calendar management and appointment setting. I'll be teaching you travel booking, content writing, email management. I'm going to be teaching you social media management. I'm going to be teaching you SEO and web research. I'm going to be teaching you customer support. I'm going to be teaching you lead generations and the tools that you need for it. I'm going to be teaching you telemarketing and cold calling. And I'm going to be sharing with you tools that you need for video sharing. That is not all. Remember, I told you that the VA industry is a business, right? So I'm not going to leave you without teaching you the business of virtual assistants. So in Module 8, I'm going to teach you the business of virtual assistants itself, how to attract clients, how to retain clients, how to manage them, and how to onboard your client, because this is what would help you thrive after you have learned all of these tools. That is not all. I still know that some persons want to understand the basics of CRM. So we're going to look at CRM tools like HubSpot. We're going to look at CRM tools like Salesforce, Zoho. I'm going to teach you time management apps that you can use. I'm going to teach you security tools. I'm going to teach you how to build your content calendar, steps to deliver high quality service. Then I'm going to also share with you towards the end of the training places you can find VA jobs, right? Trainings on Upwork. We're going to do a complete training on Upwork, how to make your Upwork profile stand out, how to optimize your Upwork account, the same way that I've optimized my own, and clients reach out to me on Upwork without me even applying. I'm going to teach you how to write a winning proposal that you need to be able to present yourself if you're applying for a job. And I'm going to share with you other places you can find VA jobs, right? Now, It's not enough to know all of these things. We're going to be talking about earning strategies. You're going to learn how to package yourself as a virtual assistant. If you want to do retainer, if you want to do hourly, if you want to do project based, I'm going to teach you how to negotiate your rate, things you need to consider before you start negotiating your rate as a virtual assistant. I'm going to teach you how to draft your contract, how to price your service, how to scale your earning in the online space, and different payment options. For those in Nigeria, PayPal has allowed Nigeria to start receiving money. So if you're in Nigeria, that is the biggest news of today. You can now receive payments with PayPal if you're in Nigeria, right? So training to boost your CV and interview, that will be the last part of the training. You're going to learn how to write your CV, how to ace your interview, possible interview question, how to set up your home office, and other ways to reach out to your clients. Now, that is not all. The training also comes with a bonus. I'm going to give you my Upwork proposal template that I've used to land clients so that you're not suffering to start writing proposal from your head. You also have access to a job application marathon. We challenge you for 15 days to apply for jobs, right? You have access to the class video recording for 6 months and other activities in this training, like creating your portfolio. We have assignments, practical assignments that you will do on a daily basis of this training to be able to build your portfolio, right? And I would also be sharing access to free training sites that you can use to improve your skill set. And by the end of this training, you should have at least 10 skills and services you can start offering as a virtual assistant immediately. There is a pre-recorded class of a data entry that I will share with you, and graphic design class that you would have access to, right? And other community activities that will continue to happen to support your growth as a virtual assistant. So the question, a lot of people have been asking, how much? I want to throw it back to you, right? With everything we have shared, with the curriculum I've shared with you, how much do you think you're willing to pay for this life-changing opportunity? And I don't say it, I say this from a place of confidence. My virtual assistant training is a life-changing opportunity because I do it and you would have seen some of the testimonials that my students give. I go above and beyond for my students. I teach them you must understand this thing. I want you to win. I want you to understand this thing. So I go out of my place to teach as if everybody needs to understand, right? So if I throw it back to you, how much do you think you're willing to pay for this life-changing opportunity? Let me know in the comments, right? Now, this journey is not for everybody. Again, it's not for everybody. If you own a smartphone, it is for those who own a smartphone. Yes, you can take this training with your smartphone. Those who own a laptop, you have zero tech skill, you have some or you want to improve on it, you have a desire to make, some people say they have a desire to make money, but not many persons can commit to making money. So that is why I said the training is not for everybody, right? It is for those who want to improve themselves, right? You consider yourself self-driven, high proactive, and you have the urge to upskill and attain your desired financial freedom, right? All the modules come together. We are not selling the modules separately. It's a live training that will run for 4 weekends, right? So 1 month, it will run Saturday, Sunday for 4 weekends, right? So it's from one module to another. It's not a training that is sold per module, right? So when you register for the training, you're getting every single thing, right? So like I was saying, if you're tired of the hustle of every day going to work, you need to learn a skill that you can upskill, you can upscale, and you can work from home, from your bedside, then this training is for you. You're interested in starting what we pay you online, but you're not interested in buying and selling or showing your face online, then this training is for you. You want to be a present parent. Every day I woke up, my children are beside me. I don't report to. Even both the work I do, both all the skills that I've learned, right? I do it from the comfort of my home. So I'm not teaching you hearsay, or I'm not a coach that is figuring out life. I have figured out the industry and I'm bringing it to you, right? So you want to be a present parent. You want to be there for your children. You want to be able to take care of them. You want them to surround you while you're working and you're present to see what is going on with them. Then this training is for you. If you're looking for someone who has worked with international clients, earned in dollars since she started her journey, then I am your go-to person. You're looking for somebody who is willing to hold your hand and explain in simplest form until you understand. I feel like that is one thing my students will never get tired of saying about Coach Chinyere. You can ask. I will keep explaining. I would ask you to come with question. You can ask. And I'm not blowing my trumpet. Go to Instagram, go and check, right? I am not blowing my trumpet. It is what it is. So I'm not just a coach I'm a coach that is active in the industry, right? And I'm willing to teach you those practical aspects for you to also be actively involved. You're also somebody who is really interested to invest in their growth and success. You're looking for somebody who is interested in your growth and success as a virtual assistant. You're looking for somebody who will teach you the strategies and tactics that you need to land high-paying clients. You're looking for somebody who will mentor you. My students have access to me. One man reached out to me last week. I think he wanted to register his wife, right? And why am I saying this? This training is highly recommended. My students recommend this training like mad, right? Most of the people who have registered for our next training have been recommended by my students, right? So I'm just telling you the way it is. If they've not gotten more than enough, they will not recommend somebody. That's just the reality. So I go above and beyond to teach. So the man was asking me, back to what I was telling you, the man was asking me, will you be able to mentor my wife when she's done with the training? And I'm like, my students have access to me. Like, they literally have my phone number. They chat me up if they're having personal issues. So that's even the least of your worry, if your wife will be able to contact me after I'm done training her. I'm not one of those teachers that I'm at the top and my students are under. No, we are all in the same level. We're all in the same level. So if you're also looking for a teacher who understands how to teach both local and international setting, then I'm your go-to person, right? So the truth that no coach will tell you is, to really survive in this industry, you need a unique selling proposition. And that only comes when you have clarity that this is the skill you have. This is the clarity that comes from the skill you have and how you can be able to bring out a unique selling point for you. I have a unique selling point that makes me in demand, right? That makes people want to work with me. So we need to, in the training, there is a day that I dedicate to this clarity section in the training, where we are talking about how to use your previous knowledge. Like, I know that some persons have bachelor's degrees, some persons are experts in their own field. We have doctors come for this training, we have lawyers come for this training, we have nurses come for this training, right? We have nurses come for this training, we have people with master's degree, we have people who are undergrad, we have people who are just like, who have no experience. And I know how to bring everybody. So I teach these different levels of people in the same class, and everybody leaves being very happy, right? So even with the basic like experience that you have or no experience at all, I'm going to clearly direct you on how you can bring out a unique selling proposition for yourself. So whether you have no experience, whether you have a bachelor's degree, whether you have a master's degree, you have a PhD, you can do this training. I have people in previous classes that are PhD students that have taken this class. And that's why I tell you that going to school is not enough, right? Your skill is very important. Now, so our training days are Saturday and Sunday, right? And this is a way of me accommodating most people that are working. So we have training Saturday and Sundays. Then we have assignment all through the week. Like, everything you have learned Saturday and Sunday, the assignment is given to you to better prepare yourself, work on your portfolios and all of that. Training time is 7 to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. So wherever you are, you can convert this time to your time zone. All trainings, like I said, they are practical training, so it's live on Zoom. All trainings are also recorded. You have access to it for complete 6 months. At the end of the training day, that is when the 6 months starts. So when you're doing the training, that is not when your 6 months starts, right? And it's shared with you immediately after the class, right? After the class, you will get the training and like all the class. So even if you miss a training, I've had people who work in different capacities and they're like, oh, or they have commitment and they miss the class. You can always go back and watch your recording, right? Now, what do you stand to gain? I say everything. Everything I've talked to you today, you can, I'm not even reading my script to you. I'm speaking from my head, right? That's to tell you how much knowledge this person that is speaking to you have. And I'm not blowing my trumpet again. I'm not somebody, I don't even post enough about my student testimonials, right? I do not do that. So what do you stand to gain? You stand to gain every single thing from this training, right? So if you're looking to like be better in the coming year, then this is one training, or in the coming month, this is one training that you don't want to miss out from. So what do you stand to lose? Absolutely nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. You stand to lose absolutely nothing, right? These are some of the things that my past students are saying. I must say this from my heart. May the Almighty God bless and increase you in all ramification. I am still on module 4, but man, I'm so elated because my colleagues here are wondering what is wrong with admin, not knowing that the knowledge I've gained this evening can never leave me again. Chai, coach, you do this one for me. I haven't submitted my module 2 or 3 assignments. However, I've been implementing what we were taught. I've started designing my portfolio. I have started designing my portfolio. I have opened a Linktree account. I have updated my LinkedIn, added topics. So a big thank you for doing so much, in my opinion. So there is so much. Thank you so much for the training. It is worth it. This summarizes my thought about you. Last year, I paid for a class like this one, and the trainer ended up sending people out of our group with a mannerism. I can go on and on. I just want you to know that you are so much appreciated. God sees the heart and intent. Some collect money and yet cannot impart. Yes, your ability to reach the heart of your trainees is just awesome. Just know that we hold you in high esteem. May God bless you. It's a place to be. Chinyere is a very good teacher, detailed and honest. Trust me, she's excellent. You will get more value than you ever bargain for. Thank you, ma, for the much you have imparted in me. I recommend you to join the class. Right? There is a lot. If I sit down and I'm reading testimonials for you, you know, go one, leave this class, right? The teaching is quite different. Coach teaches with passion and with all our strength, just to see everyone succeed in this industry. This particular screenshot was, there was a day in my class, one of the students missed class and the other person was like, hope. So the other person said that I think she said she went for a training. So both of them, we are now talking about what is the difference between the training she went for and the one that coach is giving. And this is what she had to say. The teaching is quite different. Coach Chi teaches with passion and with all her strength, just to see everyone succeed in the industry. I'm not hiding anything from you. Nothing will be hidden from you in the training. If you can come and ask questions, you have questions, feel free to ask, right? As long as it's something I know, I will tell you. Well, so this person now said that she didn't join the class, but she can relate that the day I paid for this course, that was the first time ever coming across her post, and it was on a welcome party. I just randomly joined the video on YouTube and I was like, oh Jehovah, this is what I need in life right now. I love this lady's spirit and energy. Trust me, guys, I quickly checked her out on IG, clicked on her bio and went straight to make payment for this course. So far, so good. She did not disappoint, right? So you have everything. There are evidence everywhere. If you want to ask questions, you can check on Instagram. So at this point, I also know that some of my students are affiliates of my training. What that means is after taking my training, I allow them promote my training and they get commission for it. That's also my only tool way of also supporting and allowing them make money out of like what they have learned and out of my knowledge, right? So at this point, if somebody had recommended this training for you, please reach out to them and ask them for the link to register if you want to register. If you joined from our Telegram group or from our WhatsApp group or from our Facebook, Instagram, send a DM. Please, if somebody recommended you to join this training, please reach out to them. Do not register via me, right? That will be a disservice to them. Some of them also promote this training, bring in their students. So if you know that somebody, like, you joined this training from another person's group, right? Ensure that it is with Coach Chinyere Agbasere that you're registering with. I've had people who have brought people to this training, but they went to make registration in other places and they are not coming to chat me and say, I paid for your training, right? If you're going to pay for this training, no matter whoever that gives you the opportunity to play, the link that they will give to you will bring you and they will show you my name, Chinyere Agbasere, Linda, or whatever. That will be there, and you'll be sure that you're paying for this exact same training, not another person's training, right? Chinyere Agbasere. So reach out to whoever invited you for this training, ask them for their link to register. For those of you who like met this video on YouTube, or you joined from my Facebook or whatever, I just pinned how you can register for our next training. I just pinned it in the comment section. So go ahead to register. Now, the training fee right now, with potential to increase, is 37,500. So grab this discount. I'm literally saying it is a discount because there is a lot to learn. So grab this training as fast as you can. It is 37,500 for those in Nigeria, right? Then $50 for those outside, right? So those in US, those in Canada, those in Europe, you're supposed to pay $50. And again, some persons will be like, why is other people paying 37,500 and why are we paying $50? You know, at least you that you're outside, you know how much per hour is, right? This is my own way of giving back to Nigerians, right? This is my own way of giving back to Nigeria. And even this $50, right? People do one day training for $50, for $100. So this is even a steal for you to have a training that will run for 1 month for $50. It is a steal for you. So for those of us that are still with me here, I promise that I would show you how you can consistently scale 1K to 3K monthly as a virtual assistant. Let's do the calculation. Let's say you work with 3 clients, right? And I said it very early that you can work with as many clients as possible. It depends on your capacity. If you have the capacity, you can do it, right? So it's too... So if you have the capacity, you can do it, right? I've worked with 5 clients, 6 clients on a stretch before, so I know that it is doable, right? Again, I even tell my students to ensure not to have 1 client, have at least 2 or 3, depending on your capacity, right? So if 1 client pay you $20 per hour and you work for 40 hours for them, that is $800. If another one pays you $30 or $40, you make 1-2 every month for them. If another one decides to pay you $15 to $30, you make $450 from them. Even if it is $10 per hour, depending on the country where you are, right? And you're doing this for multiple people at the same time, you should be able to scale 1K to 3K monthly, depending on how many hours that you're covering for them. So is it doable? Is it achievable? The answer is yes, it is doable. It is achievable and you can do it, right? So registration is already ongoing for our next cohort, right? The date is in the comment section on the pinned comment. Please join. Do not waste time to secure your slot. This training gets filled up very fast. And once we reach the number of students that we want, we close registration. So I cannot wait to see you in the next cohort. The training is specifically designed for you in mind, right? Like I'm literally holding you by your hands and teaching you. Like in the next 1 month after taking this training, you would have gone from a complete beginner to a pro level. And I'm not even whining you. I'm telling you the absolute truth. So right now, I'm going to begin to take questions. If you have questions, please begin to drop it in the comment section. If you have questions, please begin to drop it in the comment sections. I have registered. I cannot wait to start. I cannot wait to have you in class. Trust me. I cannot wait to have you in class there. I know some of my students who have registered are here. So I cannot wait to have each and every one of you. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section what questions you have. What is the duration of class? Class is for 1 month. 1 month. We're going to go every Saturday, Sunday for 1 month. Every Saturday, Sunday for 1 month till we cover every single thing we have on the model. More questions, more questions. I'm just going to give 3 more minutes for questions. So if you have any question, please type it in the comments. If you still have questions after now, you can use please, my Instagram handle. You can search my Instagram handle. You can follow up on our Facebook and engage and ask your question. Also, I think our phone number, our WhatsApp phone number is here. You can reach out if you still have more questions. And if you need more clarity, you can always get all of those support that you want. All right. So do we have, so, okay, let me go through the questions. Okay. And so what does the training come to here to see? So I have zero knowledge about computer. Is this class for me? The class is for everyone, right? Zero knowledge about computer, you'll be learning, right? I'll be walking you through every apps, through every tool, and you'll be learning, right? The class is already discounted. How many hours do class hold for? The class will run from 7 p.m. Nigerian time to 10 p.m., approximately 3 to 4 hours, depending on what we are covering. So if we're absent for one section, do we get a recording? Yes, you get a recording of the class. The class is already discounted already. It cannot be discounted more than what it is already. The class is already discounted. It cannot be discounted more than what it is already. So I want to really encourage each and every one of us. I know as somebody who, I tell people every time that I'm the reality of many Africans, right? I've seen firsthand what it means to start from nothing and make something out of life, right? And I'm still every day learning to become better. So at the end of all of my training, I try to encourage those who, can we pay through transfer? Yes, you can pay through transfer, right? Reach out to our WhatsApp number. You can register through. We also have like a bank account, right? So if you don't want to register through those platforms, you can request for our bank accounts and you can register through our bank accounts, or you can even register through other options. Just ask when you chat on the WhatsApp group and that will be provided, right? So back to what I'm saying, I encourage people to take their destiny in their hands because nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to save you from financial crisis. Nobody's going to save you from your own issues, right? I feel so motivated to pursue this course now. My goal for the year is to get remote workspace. Awesome. I feel like you've learned something for big year. The person that is asking, what did I come to learn? That means I don't want to say that you need to. So for the last couple of hours that I've been speaking, you have not picked 1 or 2 things from everything that I've said. Thank you so much for saying that. God bless you. I really appreciate that. When will the live class start? To be starting our next cohort. The details you need for the next cohort is in the comment section, right? I don't want to miss any class. How long do I have to pay up? How long do you have to pay up? Like, you can pay up once. It's a one-time payment for the whole class. Like I said, it's a one-time payment for the whole class, and you can join the class before the next cohort. Right? Yeah, you can join the class before the next cohort. I'm just going to share again. Please share again This is our Instagram handle, our Facebook handle. You can join. You can join, or you can search out. You can search out my Instagram handle, and you can search out my Facebook handle and join and register via the link, and I will see you in class. Also, the training details are also in these handles, and I create a lot of content around remote work. I create a lot of content around making money online. So even if you're following me on Instagram and on Facebook, you stand to gain a lot. You stand to gain a lot. You stand to gain a lot. So follow me on this handle, and I hope to see you. If you have more questions, how do you start with registration? You use the link in the comment section. Use the link in the comment section. Use the link in the comment section to register. All right. Link in general, we have. Yes, you're correct. You're correct. The next class will be happening in a couple of weeks, so you can still join, right? And if you have any question, you can send me a DM and I would answer. You can send me a DM and I will answer. All right, everyone. I'm gonna get leaving us. And like I said, I was trying to wrap up. Please take your destiny in your hand. Don't wait until month end to decide what you want to do at the beginning of every month. The earlier you start, the better, right? And I wish us all the best, and I wish us success in our different endeavor. I can't wait to see you all. I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see you in class. Have a great day. Bye.